Good morning everyone. Last time we have discussed about the some of the classification methods like Dobereiner triad, octave rule, Mendeleev's periodic law, Mendeleev's periodic table, but all of these of the topics are not in your syllabus, only just to support the modern periodic tables. We have discussed about these of the topics. So today we are going to discuss about the modern periodic table, what is the modern periodic table and how it was generated. Before generation of the modern periodic table, the periodic law came in light. And what is the modern periodic law? When we discuss about the modern periodic law, it is saying that all the chemical and physical property of any element is periodic function of their atomic number. What was the last time? This time it is atomic number. Last time, that is the Mendeleev's periodic law, was saying that all the chemical and physical properties are periodic function of their atomic masses. When we talk about the atomic mass is the mass number is the number of proton plus number of neutron. Surely we are talking about, when we are talking about the mass, we are talking about the proton and neutron which are in the nucleus. And surely the nucleons are bonded with the nuclear force, the strongest ever force. And if these of the particles are bounded with such a strong force, then how they will be able to undergo the chemical reaction, how they will participate in the chemical reaction. So surely the proton and neutrons are not the factors which can determine the chemical reaction, which can determine the rate of reaction, which can determine the chemical property of any of the element. So it is the electron. And what is the atomic number? Atomic number for any of the neutral species is the number of electron. So here we are going with number of electron, and the electron which is actually responsible for the determination of the chemical property. So according to modern periodic law, all the chemical and physical properties are periodic function of their atomic number. Then first, what is the periodic property? What is the periodic function? When we say about any of the species about the periodism, first we are talking, if you are arranging any system in any specific sequence, ascending, descending order, and you are finding that specific after a specific period you are repeating the property, then that is called the periodism. सिर्फ प्रॉपर्टी के लिए ही नहीं, और भी चीज़ों में देख सकते हैं. आफ्टर एवरी 7 days there is a Sunday, that is also periodic. After every month there is a first date, that is also periodic. Your birthday is also periodic, that comes after a definite period of time, after 1 year. कुछ लोगों का 4 year के बाद भी आता है, those who have the birthday on 29th of February, otherwise after 1 year. So this is called the periodism. And periodic property of atomic number means if you are arranging these of the elements in ascending order of the atomic number, you will find that the property, the chemical and physical property will be periodic. That will show periodism, and that is called the periodic function of the elements. So when we have started the classification of these of the elements, then we find that only the atomic number was not sufficient for the classification of the element. As in the previous case, as in the case of the Mendeleev's periodic table, we have discussed on the basis of the atomic mass as well as the chemical property, that was the property of oxide and hydride. Similarly, in this periodic table, that is in the modern periodic table, we have discussed on the basis of their atomic number as well as the electronic configuration. Surely the modern periodic table is based on the modern electronic configuration, not on the Bohr's electronic configuration. So according to the modern periodic table, there are 4 different blocks based on the subcell. And what are the subcells? Subcells are the S, P, D and F. These are the 4 subcells, and according to that he says that there will be the 4 blocks. The first block will be the S block, second one will be the P block, third one D block, and fourth one will be the F block. And each of the block will contain different groups. Then how many groups they will contain? As the S subcell can contain maximum of 2 electrons, so there will be 2 groups in the case of S block. In the case of P block, there will be 6, D 10 and F there will be 40. And in this way, we prepared the periodic table, we have prepared the blocks, we have prepared the groups. Now the final, we came to give the shape to the periodic table, and we have given the shape to the periodic table. I am going to remove it. In giving the shape to the periodic table, we just take these of the blocks. The first block, that is the S block, having only 2 groups. Then this is the S block. The next one was the D block. Then the first question, generally when we write in sequence S, P, D, F, then why these of the blocks are not in the same sequence, that is the S, P, D, F, why they are sequence of the S, D? Can you tell the answer? Then the periodic law, the persons who were generating the periodic table, they said that the blocks will be according to their metallic character. That means from left to right they will be in the descending order of their metallic character. So this one have the strongest metallic character and this one have the weaker metallic character with respect to that of the S block. This one have 2 groups and this one have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 groups. As these subsets have capacity to contain 10 electrons. And the last one will be the P block, having 6 groups, 4, 5 and 6. There is a little lack of space, so I have drawn in this way. Then this is called D block. And the D block is also known as transition meter. This is the S block, this one is P block, and these are the two, that is the S block and P block, are combinedly called representative groups. And the elements are called representative elements. We have already drawn 3 blocks. Where is the 4th one? Where is the F block? If you will draw the F block with this one, the size of the periodic table will be very heavy and the shape will be distorted. So to maintain, in the process to maintain the shape of the periodic table, we have positioned the F block below the periodic table, somewhere here. In the periodic table, there is only 2 series for the F block, that is the 4F series and 5F series, because in the 6F, 7F there is no any electron, so only 4F and 5F is there. The 4F series starts with the element lanthanum, so the name given to this series is lanthanoid series. And the next one, which starts with the actinium, have the name actinoid series. In this way, we have generated the periodic table having total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 18 groups, and along with that 7 periods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 periods. And in this way, we have generated the first ever modern periodic table based on the atomic number. Now, we have generated the periodic table, we have generated the shape of the periodic table on the basis of the electronic configuration. The problem is started with the positioning of the element. And the problem is started with the hydrogen itself, that is the first element. Surely there is a rule for the positioning of the element, but when you will see the hydrogen have a unique nature. Hydrogen don't have the octet, and this was the reason why in the previous periodic table the position of hydrogen was not very clear. Again this time the position of hydrogen is not very clear because the electronic configuration is suggesting anything else and the property is suggesting something else. When you will see the property of the hydrogen, Having duplet in the hydrogen, hydrogen shows the property of alkali metal as well as the property of halogens. Hydrogen have capacity to donate a electron, that have also capacity to accept a electron. When you will see the property of the compounds of hydrogen, you can see that the sodium is preparing NaCl, hydrogen also forms NaCl. Sodium forms sodium sulfate, hydrogen also forms sodium sulfate. Nitrogen, sodium forms sodium oxide Na2O, hydrogen also forms the same. Similarly, when you will compare the halogen with the hydrogen, you will find that hydrogen is also giving the compound just like that of the halogens. So on the basis of the chemical property, on the basis of the electronic configuration, you are not capable to identify the real position of the hydrogen. So there's a big problem for the hydrogen, and from here the problem started and we try to explain the things. Next time we will discuss about these other topics. Thank you and have a nice day.